The Premier League is widely regarded as the best football league around the world, but I was reluctant at first to agree to that statement because I have seen La Liga, Serie A at the top of their games in early 2000s, but now I have to agree that Premier League is indeed the best league in the world. You know why Premier League is considered the best football league in the world? Because on any given day any team can beat any other team, but it now appears that the Premier League themselves are hell-bent on making it difficult for teams in the lower echelons of the table to beat the teams that are supposedly considered big, like Manchester United, Chelsea. More on them later. And in the last few days, last week or so, some things have come out which has aroused my suspicion even more, that Premier League are making it difficult for smaller teams. Leicester City, who have been recently promoted, they were poised to get points deductions, like Nottingham Forest and Everton did last season. For me, Premier League brought out the sledgehammer for teams like Everton and Nottingham Forest, and even my team, Newcastle United and Aston Villa, who I'm not particularly a big fan of, but they were sailing pretty close to the wind, and if drastic action wasn't taken, we both the teams, Newcastle United and Aston Villa, were all set to be given points penalties, which meant that these two teams had to sell players. Leicester City have avoided a points deduction by the skin of their teeth by finding out a loophole just on a technicality. They have won a case, which means that they won't be penalized by a points deduction in this year, but the PSR cycle is still there. That is one thing. You bring out a sledgehammer to take out small issues, but when it comes to big clubs, like Chelsea, Manchester United, Manchester City, even, it's like when it comes to them, you are like, it's like a VIP car passing through a toll bridge. You just not making any checks. It appears so. Reportedly, it's just now being reported that Chelsea were in big PSR trouble. PSR, if you don't know, Profit and Sustainability Rules, or FFP, Financial Fair Play. They were in big trouble. They sold a couple of hotels to themselves at reportedly exorbitant price, and they also sold their women's team to themselves at a price which was, I mean, like, to me at least, it appeared high, or in many people's eyes, they said that it was not worth the price. And also, it has been reported that it's been reported that Manchester United were given COVID allowances for two specific years, on two specific occasions, because Manchester United are a listed company. They are listed on the New York Stock Exchange. It was reported that Manchester United were given allowances which were 20 times that of other clubs, other 18, 19 clubs. Other clubs got allowances of 1 or so million, 1 or 2 million, while Manchester United were reportedly given allowances of 35 to 40 million. I don't know the exact figure, but that's what has been reported. So you have to ask the question, like, is Premier League, avoid employing double standards? Because on one hand, you are allowing a team like Chelsea reportedly to sell assets to themselves, and you're clearing those. And for clubs like Manchester United, and you're giving them COVID allowances. And for clubs like Everton, Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa, you were just going in hard on them. So it's if it is true, and then those are double standards, and questions need to be asked, because it just can't be a coincidence that a team like Leicester a team like Everton and Nottingham Forest, they are scared of by points deductions, but other clubs seem to get away with it. There's a case of Manchester City, but that's for a different video. And apart from that, you see the rules that have been brought in. Regarding Carabao Cup, regarding the FA Cup, these rules are just, I mean, like some smaller clubs. I mean, their revenue comes from events like this. So the voices against PSR are getting louder and louder, and questions will be asked. There's been talk of a new UEFA-driven rule coming in, or where some anchoring sort of thing is done. So that thing may need to come in quickly, because PSR rule, prima facie, or by the looks of it, they are hindering the growth of some other clubs. Yes, I get where PSR rules are coming from. I get that they are designed for a noble cause, because clubs are a community asset, and they just can't be, there to just be taken advantage of by owners who are there who are just mere custodians. So I'm like, Premier League need to be careful that they don't smother ambition. They don't throttle growth for some clubs, and hopefully that does happen. And in the years going forward, we can see a competition where everyone competes, and the best team comes out on top. So here's for a more fair competition in what is undoubtedly, in my eyes now, is the best league in the world.